When it comes to my love for video games, it's not just about playing the games, it's about collecting them as well. And I talk about video games all the time on this page. I do reviews, I do discussions, that sort of thing. But every now and then I like to do a collection update video because my video game collection is one of my favorite things in this world. Last time I did a collection update was in November of last year, so in this video I want to show you guys just some of the games I've added to my collection since then. But chances are I am forgetting a few of them. So consider subscribing if you end up liking this video, or if you want to hear me talk about video games all the time, but I also talk about movies and TV shows as well. But enough with this intro, let me show you some of the games I've added to my collection. First up is The Last of Us Firefly Edition. The Last of Us is one of my favorite video game franchises of all time, and I had no idea that this was coming out when it came out about a year ago, I think, and apparently the PS5 version of this sold out almost instantaneously, and scalpers sell it for an insane amount on eBay. It's like 500 bucks on there, which is insane. But this past Black Friday, this Steam version was on sale for $60, I believe, and I had to get it. Even though I don't play games on PC, I don't even own a gaming laptop or a gaming computer, I still needed a physical representation of this amazing collection. But the main reason I wanted that was because they recently announced the WLF edition of The Last of Us Part 2, and luckily I was able to pre-order the PS5 edition, and this also sold out really fast as well. I actually have an unboxing of this on my channel that you should check out if you want to see all the cool stuff that's inside of this bad boy. Those are the only two premium pieces I've added to my collection recently. The rest of the games that I'm going to show you are just standard releases, except for one. I'll actually show you that one first, and that is Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition on the PlayStation 4. I already own this game on the PlayStation 4. I already owned a physical copy of this on the PlayStation 4, but I wanted this Ultimate Edition because I wanted this game to just be represented properly in my collection. This version comes with an amazing slipcover. It also comes with 2 huge maps, and there's also a really cool steelbook inside of this as well. And even though I already owned it, I just wanted a better version of it. Next is a game I know a lot of people hate, and that is Redfall for the Xbox Series X. I reviewed this game when it was released a year ago, but when I played it then, I played it on Xbox Game Pass. But I went to GameStop recently and I was just browsing around and I saw a used copy of this for $4.99, so I had to buy it. I didn't love this game, but I liked it more than most people. I never ended up beating it, but I've heard it's gotten a lot better, and I know it's a game I'm going to return to someday, and me just being a physical collector, I figured for $4.99, buy the physical version. Next up is a PlayStation 3 game, and that is X-Men Origins Wolverine. With the release of Deadpool and Wolverine coming out really soon, I've been into the X-Men. This is a game I never played, but I always heard it was one of the better movie tie-in games. I've actually heard that it's one of the best PS3 era superhero games, period. And this game sells for a decent amount aftermarket on places like eBay. I think it sells for like between $45 to $80 depending on if it comes with a manual or not. But I found this at my local used gaming store. It comes with the manual and it was, I think, $25 to $28. So I figured I'll buy it. I'm putting it on my shelf for a rainy day, but I can't wait to play it sometime. Next up is a Nintendo Switch game, and that is Octopath Traveler 2. I've never played a game like Octopath Traveler. I didn't even play the first Octopath Traveler. But I've heard from multiple people and multiple sources that Octopath Traveler 2 is the better game and that they're not really connected. So I figure why not play the better one first, so I ended up getting Octopath Traveler 2. Next is the very first release that I've ever gotten from Limited Run Games. If you don't know who Limited Run Games are, they're a small company that release physical versions of games that otherwise wouldn't have physical copies. And the game that I got is Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy. I've never played any of the older Star Wars games, except for the new release of Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, which, by the way, I reviewed that a couple days ago. You should check out that review. And I really want to collect all of the limited run copies of the old Star Wars game, and then once I have all those, I want to just play through all of them. And from the small amount of videos and stuff that I read about those games, I think this is going to be one of my favorites. Now, next, I'm just going to show you the standard PlayStation 5 games that I've gotten. I get most of my games on the PlayStation 5. If a game is available on the PS5, that's where I buy it. I really only get Xbox exclusives for the Xbox, and I really only get Switch exclusives for the Switch. The first one is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. I reviewed this on my channel. A really great game. The first game like this that I've ever really played and enjoyed. Helldivers 2, a game that's taking the world by storm, and rightfully so. Again, I have a review for this. I absolutely love this game so much I bought it twice. I bought this game digitally because no store around me had a physical physical copy, and I had to get it on launch day so I could review it. And I ended up liking it so much that once physical copies finally became available near me, I went and I bought one. A game I know a lot of people hate, and I got a lot of hate for liking this game, and that is the deluxe edition of The Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. I actually released 2 videos for this game that you should go check out. Of course, this game has its flaws. I'm not denying that one bit, but in terms of the core gameplay loop, I really liked this game, and I'm really looking forward to Season 1, which I'm gonna review when it comes out. Another game a lot of people didn't like, but that is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. I'm not a die-hard Call of Duty fan, but I'd be lying to you if I told you that I didn't buy the new one each and every year. And honestly, I am enjoying this game a lot. I'm enjoying it more than the last few Call of Duties, but that's because the Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare 2, was the Call of Duty game that I grew up with. It's the game that has my favorite maps. So I loved playing this game and finally being able to re-experience those maps on a new console. Another game that I reviewed here on this channel, and a game that I'm still really loving, and I put a lot of hours into it since I released that review, and that is WWE 2K24. I said this in that review, but I'm gonna say it again here. I grew up playing a whole bunch of wrestling games, but I haven't played one in years, probably 5 or 6 years. But the urge to play a new wrestling game hit me recently, and it hit me hard, and I ended up getting this deluxe edition, and I've been playing it a lot. I've been playing it non-stop, if I'm being honest with you. It's the game that I've played the most this entire month. The last game I'm gonna show you, another game I reviewed on this channel, a really underrated game, a game I still think deserves its proper time of day, a game you should definitely check out if you're into the genre, and that's Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. It's far from a Far Cry clone. Anyway, those are the most recent physical games that I've added to my collection. Do you collect games physically? If you do, let me know what are some of your most recent pickups. And also, if you just buy games digitally, I still want to know what's the most recent game that you've gotten. Once again, consider subscribing if you liked this video. Let me know if you want to see more frequent collection updates from me. And just thank you for watching, especially if you watched this far.